Well, y'all, there's a quarantine on. We're all sitting around doing nothing, and yours truly has a bunch of his hours cut at the job he works at for health insurance. So, no better time like the present to talk about 2nd edition. Am I right? Of course I am. Paizo's given me about this big a stack worth of books to review today. Let's take a look at the old Gamemastery guide, shall we? Because it's really cool. There's a lot of stuff in it, a lot of stuff I didn't expect to see in it, and also official Gestalt rules for 2nd edition. Yeah, we have to talk about that, right? Anyway, if you're liking what you're seeing, like, subscribe, ding the bell. Through these times of trouble, I will do my best, because I'm about to have a lot of free time, to bust out some 2nd edition videos. But when life goes back to normal, I still have about this many patron games, this many people for whom I am financially responsible for murdering to death with trolls and stuff. So you, if you're an editor, or you, if you know someone who is an editor, Black Dragon Gaming is once again hiring. Please, down there, let me know. Today, this video was brought to you in part by kind of a lot of people, if I'm honest. First off, of course, Paizo, thank you so much for this PDF. Second off, I want to thank each and last one of my patrons for their support of the channel, because like right now, life would be objectively more scary for the immunocompromised guy who works, when he's not doing this, in the food service industry without y'all's support. It's made it a lot easier. What can I say? And of course, every last one of you watching this video, I know we've kind of been ghosty lately. Things get real busy. What can I say? As success does this, free time does this. And eventually it's just, Tommy is squished. Thank y'all for waiting, and we will have more stuff. The empire's grown enough that we need to add a couple of governors, you know what I mean? I've rambled enough. Let's hit it. Alrighty, so where to begin with this enormous book? To tell you the truth, friends, I'm not entirely sure, because in fact, the Gamemastery guide has so much stuff in it that making a very concise video about the entirety of the book is almost impossible. And frankly, that's one of my favorite design goals of Pathfinder 2nd edition. Taking all the stuff that was functional, all the stuff that was cool in Pathfinder 1e, in 3.5, in older systems at large, and then bringing it forward into Paizo's new game. When I think about 2nd edition, sometimes it's a little less like it's a new game and a little more like just a big patch is rolling out. And I don't hate that, you know? But like I said, the Gamemastery guide has everything you would ever need to run this game. Stuff that even I, someone who's been GMing for about 6 years, has about 2,100 hours logged on Roll20, does it professionally, is planning on taking a look through just to hone my craft. There's nothing better than literally talking to the pros about how to run the thing you're doing. And the Gamemastery guide, in fact, has all of that, as well as a metric shit ton of NPCs of all shapes and sizes. Seriously, take a look at this. Each one of these categories has 4 individuals printed for it, and they basically hit anywhere. Whatever the hell it is you need, it's in this book, including the anti-paladin, so that's neat. Blood for the blood god, you say? We'll take it. We've also got a lot of tools to add into our toolbox here, which might be one of my favorite things about the book at large, other than, again, Gestalt stuff is legit now. That's probably one of the most polarizing things about Pathfinder, frankly. If you wanted it, there was a rule for it, and here they are. We're talking about how to build items that scale, items that are intelligent, nations, the planes, anything you need to help codify your game, it's right here. And if your players want to do anything other than dungeon delving, with rules for duels, infiltration, chases, research, you, the game master, have all the tools you need without just like making an ad hoc call that might be a little unbalanced, unfair, or frankly less rewarding. I don't know about you, but anytime I've had an intelligence-based character be like, Tommy, I'd like to invent this kind of thing. And I say, roll that once, and they do it, and they succeed, and all right, you got the thing. It doesn't feel as rewarding as it could have been. Adding subsystems to your campaign, making these things your players want to do a piece of the campaign, makes it feel more rewarding when, in fact, that goal is accomplished. The point buy system also reappears in this book. Anyone who wants to dump stats for value can do it again. Now, Gestalt characters, or as they're being called here, dual-class PCs. We talked about them on the channel. Honestly, that was the very first video we ever did a million years ago. God, I keep reminding myself just how long I've been at this. Been a real pleasure, you know? The dual-classed PC is a PC that takes two classes and enjoys the benefits of both as one new, essentially, class. It can be really good, as the book says, to build versatile characters or in a lower manned party, but I like doing it a lot because it lets me explore different aspects of builds, but particularly in 2nd edition, because you get access to both sides worth of class feats, you can take on one side of your character some less than optimal choices and still be useful in combat without holding the party back. Alternatively, something like a druid ranger gets a little better access to something like an animal companion without losing the benefit of like wild shape as a druid. It's kind of like super archetyping, really, given the way the system at large works. Mechanically, you're basically looking at the same way you did it in older editions of D&D, just updated for a new system. It's one ancestry, one background, two classes, adding everything from each class except hit points and starting skills. For your proficiencies, use the higher of the two between the two classes. The higher of the two as far as hit points go. But this time, starting skills are skills automatically granted by each class, then the larger number of extra skills from the two classes. Of course, a dual-class spellcaster gets access to both spells of any spellcasting class, but we're still looking at a standard cap of 3 maximum focus points for classes that might have focus pools, as well as only 1 ability boost, only 1 general feat, only 1 skill feat, and only 1 skill increase. On top of that, you've got things like ancestry paragons, free archetypes, level 0 characters, lots of ways to play with the system to make it more tactical, more versatile, and honestly to provide it with a little bit of longevity. Because when you get done playing one way, you always can just start a one-shot or full campaign, or anything in between, using a different rule system. And that's why I think baking in what for so long have just been basically house rules and things on the internet is a great move by Paizo. All in all, the Gamemastery Guide has enough tools in it for anybody of any skill level, whether you've just picked up a D20 for the first time or you've logged thousands of hours on Roll20, to hone your craft. And so I can definitely give this one an enthusiastic seal of approval. Hell yeah, Paizo. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everybody who's stuck around. Big things on the horizon. More books to review, more 2nd edition to talk about, more characters to optimize. But, my friends, until then, I'll see you next time.